everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it's September 8th. Now we have a few meetings to tell you about today, and at 9 a.m. this morning, which is already happening, it is started. It's the United Board's special meeting, and that is in the boardroom as well as virtual. So if you aren't in the boardroom already, you can watch it virtually at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Then at 1:30 this afternoon, we have the GRF Landscape Committee meeting. And then at 4:30 this afternoon, if you have just moved into United, there is a United New Resident Orientation. Now, if you would like to be a part of that orientation, you will want to RSVP to information@lagunawoodsvillage.com. So you can send an email to that and they'll send you all the information regarding the orientation. Now, on our show today, we are visited by Todd Shetter, who is here on behalf of Active Care Residential Living. So he'll tell us all about their facility and that it is a memory care facility and all the great things that they have, and we have some photos to share with you. And then we have Leland Lance, who is with the Lutheran Church of the Cross, and they always have great stuff going on at his organization and location, so they'll go over all of that with you as well. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at some morning fog that will have to burn off here in the next couple of days. We are looking at temperatures in the mid-80s today, 84, 69. Thursday, 88, 70, so we are going to take another jump up. Then we've got Friday, 89, 72, Saturday, 91, 66, Sunday, 84, 69. And we have the sunrise this morning was at 6:30 this morning, and our sunset will be at 7:06. And I'd like to thank Alan for sending in this great photo from the Angels Stadium. What a beautiful photo that is. And if you catch an Angels game out there, go ahead and send us a photo. Send it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we have Active Care, so stick around.
Primary care is our first interaction with the healthcare system, but most people don't visit their physicians due to long lines, waiting periods, and moving from lab to lab. At Cure Medical, we bring healthcare straight to your doorstep. Our modern, upscale mobile clinics provide services such as prevention and wellness plans, annual exams, lab work, blood tests, and more. Give us a call today to learn more and schedule your next appointment. Cure Medical, close to home, far from ordinary.
Picking someone to clean your house is a big decision. After all, they'll be inside your house and touching virtually everything you own. Sadly, though, not all cleaning professionals are actually real pros. Like this person you found online who uses the same sponge in the kitchen they use in the bathroom. If you're looking for a local family-owned business with amazing customer service, contact MaidPro for a free estimate. MaidPro, when you're ready for a real pro.
Beautiful weather is here, and nothing should stop you from getting outside and doing what you love with who you love, especially arthritic pain and fibromyalgia. At OC Vitality Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine, our experienced and compassionate doctors offer innovative and personalized medical solutions to treat your pain and stiffness. We're conveniently located right next to the Laguna Woods Community Center.
I'm Dr. Dimitri Gruer. Give us a call today to see how we can help you get out of pain and get back to living.
For more than 30 years, Active Care has been providing the highest level of care to residents with Alzheimer's or other memory loss. We specialize in memory care. That's our sole focus. With 3 levels of care and an engaging activity program, Active Care enhances life for every resident every day. Our newest community, Active Care Laguna Hills, will open this fall. We're now accepting reservations. Call 949-877-8233 to learn more.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Active Care here, and we have Todd Shetter joining us. Well, Todd, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, brand new facility going in, and you said it was. We kind of talked a little bit off camera. One of 8
Correct.
that you have here in Southern California. Yes. But before we jump into all of the details,
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I have been in the senior housing and healthcare business about 33 years.
Okay.
So I worked, same company, believe it or not, all of my career. And one of our claims to fame is we really pioneered residential memory care. There was not a lot of options for folks that had Alzheimer's back in the late 80s. We owned nursing homes, and we realized that wasn't the right place. And so we actually created a new environment. We build all of these communities from the ground up, specifically for folks that have dementia, primarily Alzheimer's disease.
So where was the first one?
Very first one was down in Encinitas, California, right in San Diego there.
Yeah.
Kind of learned a lot. We really modeled the program after an adult daycare program.
Oh.
So it's called active care because it's activities based.
Okay.
It's a social model.
Right.
We've got a medical component to it, but the whole idea is we're not going to make anybody better. We're going to enhance their life and make each day important and really give them the best quality of life possible.
Okay. Well, I imagine you'd have to approach it terribly, completely different than what you would normally do for
Correct.
any kind of residential care place. So what are some of the key things that you guys were taking into consideration?
Sure.
Obviously keeping in activity.
Yeah, so the first thing is the environment. So we build these communities from the ground up specifically for dementia residents. And so the hallways are a little bit wider. We've got higher ceilings. We've got a lot of natural light that comes into the community the way it's built. We have a living wall in the great room. And so it's all filled with plants. And so it's putting off oxygen. It's just kind of a nice wellness environment.
Okay.
The day starts with getting up in the morning and having breakfast, doing exercise, moving into some crafts and some music. We really kind of move the residents through the day, keeping them engaged.
Okay.
And so at the end of the day, they have been active, they've been social, they've communicated with each other. We've got 2 exterior patios, and so they can go out, especially in Southern California. It's so nice.
Yeah.
We've got stand-up planter gardens, and so at the end of the day, they've been busy, they've been hydrated well, and they're going to sleep well. And so we kind of take the best things of the day and make it purposeful, and each day kind of lead them through that day. So they're not having to wonder, what am I going to do? Where are we going to go? What's going to happen?
Well, also then they don't become isolated or depressed either
Correct.
because they're constantly moving. Is that something that's super important for people with dementia, to be moving a lot?
Absolutely. It's very simple. Use it or lose it, right? We all kind of prescribe to that. Becomes even more important as you age. And with dementia, if you don't use those motor skills, if you don't use those muscles, if you don't use that communication, you'll forget how to do it. And you just can't get it back.
So let's talk about some of the staff that you have, because you have to have obviously highly trained people to be able to deal with many of the ailments that are happening to people with Alzheimer's as well as any other type of dementia. And then I noticed that you said you have like 24/7 care. So what does that involve?
Yeah, it really is a hybrid. So people think of assisted living traditionally as a very nice residential community. You got a dining room, you got activity rooms and things like that. And we have all of those things, but what's important is that overlay of the staff. And so we hire people for their heart, and then we teach them how to care for elderly residents. Our average age in these communities is about 82, 83. So we know that they're going to come in with other ailments as well, heart disease and cardiac issues and hips and things like that. So our staff receive about 40 hours of classroom training. We teach them about aging. We teach them about dementia and Alzheimer's. And then we teach them how to take care of those kind of folks safely, how to communicate, how to lead and guide and direct. In addition to that, we do have a nursing staff. So we have an LVN, licensed vocational nurse, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That way they can kind of keep on top of residents who may be declining or having a bad day. One of the things that happens with Alzheimer's is they can't tell you what's wrong. And so we really have to be their eyes and ears and find those things early, communicate to the physician, communicate to the family, and stay on top of it.
So how big is the facility?
The community here in Laguna Hills is licensed for 80 residents. It's all single story. And when we're up and running, we're working on getting the community open and licensed in November of this year. It'll take us probably a year and a half or 2 years to fully reach that capacity. We try to go slow. We do real thorough evaluation before we bring the residents in. We want to make sure it's going to be a good fit for everybody, but it'll be a process. And between 60 and 80 residents is a really good community. We were able to take care of all levels of care, from very early stages all the way through end stages of the disease.
So let me ask you, if you have a married couple and one of them is the one with dementia or Alzheimer's, what do you do with the other person? Do they move in together or no?
No, everybody that lives in the community has some form of memory loss. Okay. We do find couples that maybe the husband has mild cognitive impairment and is a little forgetful and could live on his own, but would really benefit from being in a community, and his wife may be a little bit more further advanced. But if one has the disease and the other one doesn't, we try to incorporate their visits into a routine. So they'll come, in some cases every day, some cases 2 or 3 times a week, and come for a meal. They can participate in the activities. So we recognize how important that relationship is to continue, but we want the husband to go back to being the husband.
Right.
And let us do the caregiving, let us do the heavy lifting.
Right. Well, that's kind of a nice thing, right? Yeah. Because that individual has probably been caring for that person for some time, and then to be able to let you guys do it is so much nicer for them, because then they can kind of do their own thing.
Exactly. It can be a long, hard journey. And a lot of the times, unfortunately, the statistics kind of show that that caregiver can do themselves in and really kind of get beyond what their needs are, and could pass before the one that has the disease. So we want to take care of both. Okay.
And you have an event coming up. Let's talk a little bit about what is happening.
Yeah, one of the things that's always been a tenet of active care living is community education. And so we really try to give back with these town hall forums.
Okay.
We're hosting one on Thursday, 16th, a week from tomorrow, at the Laguna Hills Community Center.
Okay.
Dr. Alvin Chang is going to be one of our speakers. He's really a well-known geriatric physician here in Orange County. And we really try to break things down into layman's terms and give the caregiver actionable, take-home value kind of things that they can apply to their caregiving journey at home. We really kind of provide things that are difficult for them to get in a regular physician visit that these days, ends up being 15 or 20 minutes and they're kind of rushed out. So we spend 2 or 3 hours, we present 2 speakers, good information, we'll stay afterwards, answer a lot of questions, and we want everybody to leave with some tools that they didn't have before. And so these have worked really well. We try to do them 2 or 3 times a year in Orange County and San Diego.
That is awesome. I mean, I think that is important. We work very closely with many of the organizations here, like ALZOC. Yep. They come on and they talk a lot about their meetings, and there's a lot to be said about memory, because boy, once it's gone, you don't get it back.
Yeah. We're very fortunate in Southern California. We've got great resources: Alzheimer's OC, Alzheimer's San Diego. There's a lot of important caregiver support groups out there. That's kind of the first thing I encourage people to do, is join a support group.
Yeah.
Walk with somebody that's already walked through this disease. There's a lot to be shared. Every resident, every person with Alzheimer's is a little bit different from the next, but you can really learn from those people that have been through it.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for the information and
You're
for visiting
welcome.
with us.
You bet.
All right. And if you want more information about what we just discussed, you can go to the internet and you can look up Active, that's ACTIV, CARE, CARE. We'll be right back.
At Laguna Woods Dental Care, our goal is to serve and provide dental services to the residents of Laguna Woods. Dr. Mohsen Mahmood is currently specializing in senior dental care at USC School of Dentistry. Here at Laguna Woods Dental Care, we are up to date with the latest technology. Our top priority is your overall wellness, ensuring your current medications do not affect your oral health. We offer an affordable membership plan that includes cleanings and deep cleanings if recommended. We're located outside Gate 3. Call us today.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Leland, who is here from the Lutheran Church of the Cross. Well, Leland, thank you so much for joining us. I think you've been like a staple now on Village Television.
Oh, well, thank you. It's a joy to be able to do it, and it's interesting doing it this way, but I'm happy to do it.
Well, if you get in early enough, we might be able to have you in studio, because we are doing in studio ones now, but you have to call in advance because we're not taking as many people as
Sure.
we did in the past, pre-COVID days, but we're getting back there.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about some of the things that are going on at the church. Now, of course, you've been doing ongoing grocery services as well as some food boxes. So tell me about those.
Yes. One thing we wanted everybody to know is that we had to change the day that we were giving out the free groceries. And so they changed it on us because of truck drivers and such. So we are having that now on the first and third Thursday of the month. And so that means this, well, I don't know when this is going to air, but just check your calendars for the first and third Thursdays of the month. And it's different now because you actually come in person. And if you're afraid of, COVID or something, you can be outside and wait outside, and we'll call your number. You have to just come in and register. You get a number. It goes into a bingo basket, we call it. And we pull out the first 30 names, and then we call out the numbers in order, and it goes up on a PowerPoint slide in Excel up on a slide so that you know which number you follow and so forth. And then you come outside, and if you're sitting in the sanctuary, then you go outside and you go around the tables and pick up your food. And you need to bring your own bags or boxes or whatever. But the food is, I've been very impressed. We've done it twice now. We're doing it again this week. And the quality of the food is really good. It's not like, things that are expiring like we were getting before. Mm-hmm. Now it's I guess it's fresher food and so forth. So there's lots of vegetables and fruits and milk and dairy and eggs and things like that we couldn't give out through the drive-through program during COVID. So
gotcha. Well, it sounds amazing, and I think that's so nice of you to be able to do that. Now, the food, are you getting it from, like, how did you arrange that?
Yeah, if it's through the Second Harvest food program. So we're just the hands and feet of the program to get it distributed. And it's for 60 and over. They're not asking a lot of questions if there's some younger people coming through to get it. And that we're just being very open about that and generous. So anyway, if more people come, they'll give us more food. So it just on the supply and demand at how it works. So
okay. Now you mentioned the first 30 people. So does that mean that after that they would have to come back?
No. Well, here's what happens. We've been giving out about close to 140 to 150 people. So when you get there, you sign in. The number goes in the basket. So the first 30, we pull out 30 at a time. So it's one at a time.
Okay.
If somebody shows up late, then you have to wait for the next 30 to get full.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So you get 30 in, 30 out, and then go from there. Yeah. Oh, that's smart. Because you don't have that many parking spaces.
Yes. And it goes fast, and it's very fair, and you go through the line quickly. Now, here's the cool thing is once we go through, you can come back through again. So you just go back in, pull another number, and you hardly have to wait at all. And again, the food is fantastic. And so you can pick it up for another person, but you have to have a second person go through the line for that person, or to wait and go through a second time. So that's just to keep it as fair as we can.
I love it. That's awesome. Now, another thing is called a monthly food box. What is that?
Yes. We've been doing that for about 2.5, 3 years now. And so that's a different program. And you do have to qualify for that. So there's income guidelines. You have to fill out paperwork. It's a little more involved that way. Mm-hmm. The people that are getting that food are also getting the other food program usually. But it's good quality food. It's all pre-boxed. It's non-perishable. And so you just have to fill out some paperwork. It's on the second Tuesday of the month. So it's coming up on September 14th.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. That's great. And again, you're supplying food to people who need the food. I think that's just great. And you guys have been so good at that over the last 18 months for those people who, don't want to get out of their car and I think that's great. That's good.
Yep.
And yet another thing you're offering, look at this. English
Yeah.
as a second language.
But what we discovered was people coming through the food line, a lot of them aren't speaking very good English. And we noticed that as we were doing the program. So I thought, why not? So we have people in our congregation that have taught it over the years
Oh,
in professional circles or whatever, you know, they in their jobs and such. So we have four volunteers, I think, from our church now that have done it. And so people that are coming in are really enjoying it. They love it. So it's only for an hour once a week on Saturday mornings at 9:00.
mhm.
And we're opening it up to anybody in the village or beyond. So if you hear somebody that would benefit from that. And so we have several different language groups. There's Farsi and I think Chinese, Japanese, and maybe Spanish. So we're just having fun doing it. So
That's great.
yeah.
I love that. You know, I always wanted to go to Japan and teach English as a second language for them. And I never got there, but you never know. It's not too late.
That's right.
They're still hiring.
Yes.
And then what else do you guys have going on this fall?
Oh yeah, we have fall ministries are coming up, and usually at this time of year we're re-upping different Bible studies. We're going to be doing Malachi from the Old Testament, and Micah, and then we're doing Hebrews in the New Testament. So we've just finished up this summer going through Matthew. It took us 2.5 years.
Oh my heavens.
Yeah, because of COVID, we stopped for a little bit. Normally it wouldn't take quite that long, but we do very slow, kind of verse by verse. And so people love it. And we have some wonderful teachers for that. We have women's Bible studies, men's Bible studies. So if you go to our website, you can see when everything starts and when to jump into it. We also have something that if you jump into it right now, you can go through Dave Ramsey's financial peace course for free. And we paid for it from our church, and we still have a lot of slots left that weren't used. And so anybody that wants to do that, just call the church office and you can go for free. Because normally you pay about $100 to go through that. And it's a fantastic kind of Bible-based financial peace course is what they call it.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is great. Yet another wonderful thing. And then I tell you, you guys just have got so much going on. Now you've got a classic car show,
Yes.
a holiday boutique, and then you have the Taste of Laguna Woods. What?
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be, that part of it's going to be on hold till next year, the Taste of Laguna Woods.
Okay.
That was something we couldn't quite figure out. We're still going to have, we love to eat.
Well, that takes a lot of planning too. So give yourself
Yes.
plenty of time.
Yeah, but we are definitely having a classic car show in the holiday annual boutique, which is
Great.
fun. We have real vendors coming, and we have people from our church that are going to be selling things and so forth, and food and such. So it'll still be a super fun day.
That's great.
2 days.
2 days. Oh, that'll be nice.
The
Excellent.
car show's just on the 6th, but the boutique is carried over for Sunday morning as well.
Okay, perfect. And then when we get closer to that date, we'll chat again and we can let everybody know about the full details of it. So
Absolutely.
sounds good. And then you've got the what is it? Oh, Senior Day Out.
Yes, we have Senior Day Out. We also call it Lutheran Heritage Club. And so it's a registered club with Laguna Woods Village. And anyway, it's just a great outing, and it's open to everybody. And the first one starting up in the fall is on September 14th. And so and then it's every Tuesday after that. We have it way up through till Christmas. We take a little break. And so I want to encourage people to come. The cost is $5, and you get more than you want for $5. I mean, you can't go anywhere and get this kind of quality of food and quantity for $5. So
Yeah.
break even on it. And the first one out of the gate, we're going to have actually some classic cars there that day.
Okay.
Sometimes we have a special speaker come and talk about something health related or missionaries or Christian work and in the world and such. So it's a great time. We sing. I don't know how that's going to be with the COVID rising up again, but we'll be careful. So.
Okay. All right. Well, excellent. Well, thank you for the information. It's always great to see you. And wow, you guys have a pretty packed next few months.
Oh, yeah. We keep busy.
All right. Perfect. Thank you again.
Thank you, and have a blessed day.
All right. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Just a couple of announcements before we head out. So the GRF board is looking for people to be on their board, and you can get your application starting September 11th, Saturday, and you can obtain that application in the office of the CEO, which is the corporate secretary, Cheryl Silva. Now, if you would like to call and make an appointment to pick that up, you can call 949-268-2383 or send an email, cheryl.silva@vmsinc.org. And then one last thing real quick, September 18th, which is a week from this Saturday, is Woodstock. So that is going to be outdoors at Clubhouse 2. All of the patios will be taken up with lots of fun stuff, bands, all sorts of great things. So if you want more information about that, go to babyboomersclub.org. All right, let's take a look at our weather. One last time before we head out, we are looking to burn off our morning overcast to a nice warm 84 today, 84-69. Tomorrow, 88-70. Friday, 89-72. Warming up again on Saturday, 91-66. And then Sunday, 84-69. So looks really good for the week. All right, you can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5, or you can check us out on our YouTube channel, which is Village Television. Have a great day in the Village. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Now there's a different way to buy a new Lexus. It's called CarDash, only available at southcountylexus.com. It's amazingly simple. Visit southcountylexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in, all online. Once you arrive at the dealership, just pick up your car and drive home. Push a button, get a Lexus. South County Lexus, where different is amazing.
Did you know there are over 400,000 seniors in Orange County today? So where does a senior or family caregiver go for information and resources? You can turn to the Answers Guide, published by the Council on Aging Southern California. Answers is full of articles and resources to help you navigate the aging experience. You can pick up your free copy today at the clubhouse nearest you or at the Social Services Office. The Council on Aging, helping seniors remain healthy, connected, and protected.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The Foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the Foundation of Laguna Woods Village.